Hello Mimico, it's Mimico's favorite realtor and I'm coming to you today from Mimico's best view. Welcome to Unit 706 at 11 Superior. This is an exceptional over 1,400 square foot, 2+1 bed, 2 bathroom, 2 parking, 2 locker unit with too much to offer. Come inside and take a look. You come in off those beautiful hallways, that foyer, into this unit and you go, wow. Seeing out all the way west, seeing down to the lake, you got the views, you got the sunshine, and you got the space, over 1,400 square feet of wow factor. 2+1 beds, you got 2 full baths, and you are getting that feel, that uplift of the style and grandeur you get here in 706. Giving you the lay of the land. Big family bathroom right here off this front foyer, not only serving our secondary bedroom here in our den, but also acting as that mudroom, that entertainer's bathroom. Beautiful soaker tub, everything set up there perfectly. Pushing forward, I'm gonna take you right into the grandest room in the whole unit, because you gotta see this, you gotta start with the best. Check this out. This is the room, my friends, all the way from the right, all the way to the left, as far as the eye can see, that gorgeous Lake Ontario horizon. I'm looking at the CN Tower, I'm looking at all the buildings, I'm seeing the best of the sailboats, the yacht club, the Mimico Cruising Club, and I'm seeing all the shops and restaurants, the TTC below, and we haven't even gone outside on that terrace yet. Checking out this huge room. This is where you're gonna melt those days away. Spring, summer, winter, fall. This room is gonna bring them all to you and your family. You got the big screen TV set up. Just melt into your couch, watch your favorite film. Of course, it's gonna be difficult because you're gonna wanna just make sure, oh yeah, just reminding myself, I got the most gorgeous view around, I got the biggest terrace, and I got the most iconic condo in the whole building. But back to my movie. Oh wait, is it still there? Yes, it is. Okay, you get the idea. Friends, the kids are gonna come visit, the family's gonna come by, and this is where you're gonna sink in and enjoy yourselves. You're gonna do that outside, of course. You're gonna do that in the bedrooms at night, but really, great to have this huge gathering space. And I can tell you from experience, you can get oodles of people in here. Really feels like a big grand house in here. And if it's not big enough, you always got the party room, but certainly it's big enough. Coming up, look at all the room for furniture, the big screen, you get the idea, big cozy chairs, even tons of room beyond our sectional. And you still have room for the side table here, the bar cart. There's even a little nook on the other side of this bulkhead, pulling you forward into the full-sized dining space. Love this, not only because it walks out. This is one of 3 walkouts in this main space, combining the living room and the dining, but this walks right out through to our barbecue area and into our kitchen and gives you that kind of floor-to-ceiling vibe. This is just a beautiful setup. It's so rare to have this grand dining space, all kind of casually combined to the rest of the property. So you don't have this formality that we're not really after anymore with dining. You're getting that casual connected piece here. What I really love beyond the finishings and the walkout and all the sunshine, this beautiful light fixture, is this built-in kind of pantry space here. You can put your big platters and stuff. You can even put your like extra bottles of wine and all the glassware and everything nice, tucked, neat and tidy away from here. Just another elevated piece that makes this place feel special. And you get that in every room as we move forward. Moving into our kitchen, love this galley style, but also has that island feel. So you get lots of room and space here. You can get stools in here, no problem. Extend this a little bit more if you like. Really good amount of counter space here, and storage and full-size appliances, which I think is key in these condos. A lot of the newer stuff is being built with these compact appliances that save the builder money and space, but they cost you in convenience. Here, get the full, easy-to-clean cooktop, the full-size dishwasher, and of course, the big fridge in here. You're gonna get it done. I really like this setup. This is all drawers, really gonna be great for storage, and you can see how the functionality of this is gonna work People are gonna have a glass of wine in here with you. You're gonna get the cheese platter ready, take it into that front room and enjoy those views. Let's see some more. Heading past our den space into our principal. Really like this. This is that +1 space, my friends. Put a wall in here, put a sliding door in here, turn this into a Murphy bed if that's what you're after, or use it as it is right now, a nice, beautiful built-in office space so that you can have all your function for work outside of all of that play space, but you still get the views and the natural light and everything you're after. What I also love is we have these huge closets, and inside these huge closets, we have our laundry machines. So this can also work as that extra utility space for folding and doing laundry, so it's not all out in those main entertaining spaces. Really great function here. Now let's see this principal. Coming in, the first thing you're gonna notice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 built-in closets here to the left. Not to mention on my right-hand side, the full walk-in. Now we haven't even gotten to the bed space, which yes, is totally big enough for a king size. You can see the cameraman standing in front of this other secondary den, which is gonna lend itself to a reading area, a whole desk area for work, or a nice big dressing room makeup space. You could extend this closet, do what you want. This is a ton of square footage in a house, let alone a condo, to really allow this to feel like its own, suite instead of just a regular room. Love the space here, room for both side tables, another private walkout to our terrace, which is lovely because you can have that full length draft coming in at night. And please listen hard. So many of these condos are built, my friends. You're up there way high in the sky. It's feeling a little weird. You get a window about this big that opens up. That's your draft. That's your fresh air. Not here with 4 full-size glass sliders with full-size screens. You can really get that air flowing and you can get that lovely breeze off of the lake. Wouldn't be a principal suite if we didn't have a full principal bath. Check this out. Lovely spa-like space in here. Soaker tub, great spot for the throne, oversized vanity, and all of this belongs to this suite, so it's totally exclusive and private. You combine this with all of that ample closet space, that walkout to the terrace, and this starts feeling like the Four Seasons. Heading through to that +1 bedroom. Check this out, my friends. One, we got the sliding barn door, which I really love. This room is versatility at its finest. Check this out, room for a queen size bed, no problem. This could also be a day bed or a Murphy bed setup, and you could have room for another desk base. We got a full built-in closet in here that at one point was actually used for a den. So this was like a screening room, which was super cool and artistic, and you could set it up that way for yourself. I love that this is so perfectly situated away from the other suite, so that you get your little bit of privacy over here, get a little bit of that industrial feel with this barn door, and so many different ways to set this up. Additionally, you should know that this has been set up in many other units as a bedroom, but they put the door over here, so this can be closed off if you don't like that it walks forward into the kitchen. You can talk to me in more detail about that. Now check out our oversized, gorgeous terrace. Trust me when I say, friends, that I know Mimico, and I can tell you this is one of the best views in all of the area. Unobstructed, lovely Lake Ontario parks, treetops, shops, restaurants in all of downtown at its finest, in a very generous size and width. Look at the space here, the leaps and bounds to get to our outside railing. What does that provide for you? Well, room for big couches, for a dining table setup. You could even put a huge table in here so you could dine al fresco with 10, 20 friends. And there's still ample space here to have other outdoor living, other outdoor plantings, and other outdoor adventures that await you here at 706. Man, I love this terrace. All right, let's head back inside, talk a little bit more about this location, this property, and why you'd be crazy to not come down here and take a look. So let's talk about this unit and what makes it so rare. One, it's in a boutique building with some incredible low maintenance, low cost amenities. 2, you got this boutique feel, and I love that it's so situated inside of one of the best communities in Toronto. My favorite community, Mimico by the Lake. You're up high enough, you don't feel any of the hustle and bustle of the street, but at the same time, you get a little bit of that movement, that character, that vibe, so that you don't feel like you've lost all of that downtown lifestyle. You get the perfect mix. When we get inside this unit, friends, over 1,400 square feet. That's right, over 1,400 square feet with an oversized wraparound floor to ceiling view and an oversized wraparound terrace. Loving the full-size living room. I mean, truly full-size. Feels like you're in a big, grand $2-3 million home. Same thing with that dining space into our kitchen. And sincerely, when we get into that kind of principal suite with all of that storage, you're getting maximum value there, maximum square footage, and it's really gonna change and alter your lifestyle for the better. Not to mention, my friends, 2 lockers, 2 parking spaces, and the parking space is so situated, so close to those lockers and so close to the entrance, so that yes, you're not parking in the snow and cleaning off the car in the winter, but also you're not strolling through an underground. You're a hop, skip, and the jump and right up into your warm, cozy unit in these lovely amenities. And one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they're shopping for condos is they don't think of the immediate area and how that immediate area is going to affect their life, their lifestyle, and their relationships. Well, here at 11 Superior, we are right across from that waterfront trail, but we're not down in Humber Bay Shores where there's thousands upon thousands of people piling on top of each other. You're one exclusive building here amongst a neighborhood, family-friendly community, close to the parks, the shops, the restaurants, all here across the street from shopping, across the street from the hardware store, from the dentist. You really get that quaint Mimico Village feel that you don't get from other areas. Now, I'm not putting down those other areas. There are people who want to be part of that super vibrant, exciting, fast-paced lifestyle. But here, you're getting the quiet end of that, the neighborhood end of that. In Mimico, the schools, the community, the libraries, the little coffee shops, the restaurants, everything that makes it so special. Not to mention the obvious things like, hey, guess how close we are to the main arteries of the city? And we have our own GO train station that's literally just a 5-minute walk from here. And there's TTC up to Bloor and straight across Lakeshore onto Queen from this very location. Yes, I can go on and on about it, and it's been said that I'm Mimico's biggest fan, but I had to become that. And you know how I became that? By the authentic, real impression that this neighborhood makes on me every single day. Now, I could go on and on about how beautiful and spectacular this unit and this location is. But really, the truth is, it's up to you to come down and see the impression that Unit 706 at 11 Superior is going to make on your life. And don't wait too long, because with a view like this and a unit like that, someone's going to snap it up. For me, it's too beautiful of a day to keep doing videos. I'm going to sit here and just take in the sunshine and that gorgeous blue lake. You guys, you can do whatever you want. You just can't do it here any longer. So I'll have to invite you to, well, you know, get the heck out of here.